What is up, guys? It's the BC Game here, and today I'm going to be doing my review on Full Metal. No, wait, that's not okay. Wait, where's the minions? I need to go somewhere and search up FMA Brotherhood. There we go. So today I'm going to be doing my review on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's going to go through images. And there's of course going to be spoilers for FMA Brotherhood and the original series because I'm going to be making some comparisons. I will not be doing a review on the original, so go watch someone else's review on that, I guess. But anyway, we're going to be taking a look at all the pros and cons of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood and comparing it a little bit to the original series. So let's look at probably one of the most important things in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. The main characters, Ed and Al. Well, in the original Fullmetal Alchemist, Ed and Al were, well, in Brotherhood, Ed is more likable than in the original, because in the original, spoiler alert, when Nina gets turned into a chimera, Ed just kind of tries a lot. And yeah, he just soaks over it a lot and doesn't get into action, and because of that, he nearly dies to Scar. In the Brotherhood, he nearly dies to Scar as well, but in this, he nearly dies to Scar because he's sacrificing himself for his brother, and he doesn't die to Scar. In the original, he doesn't either, but yeah, that's kind of an up fact for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Another thing about the main characters is Al. In the original series, that episode where Al gets, Al realizes he might be creative memory. Imagine that happening to you. Imagine how horrible that would be if you realized all of your life was fake. Of course, it wasn't real. Well, that happened when you went to Laboratory 5. So in the original, that episode, that was like 3 episodes worth of that stuff, and it was way not worth it. That was too fully fledged out. But in Brotherhood, it's a lot better, well done. They can go on to do more stuff, and yeah, it's a lot better. Another thing that Brotherhood counts as better than the original is filler. The original had so much filler and less episodes for some reason. Yeah, so Brotherhood focuses on the sort of story a lot and just pins right into focus of the story. Well, the original, it did a lot of filler, like Barry the Chopper episode and that Al episode again, and also like the Nina episodes. In Brotherhood they can fit more about Nina. Nina, the one who died into a chimera. Yeah, they can fit more information about Nina in one episode, whereas in the original it's like 2 or 3 episodes for Nina, and then another episode of them reacting to Nina. It's weird. And Brotherhood counts as a homunculi better as well. In the original, I didn't really like the homunculi that much, but in the new Brotherhood, they were amazing. My favourite character of both of them is Envy, the homunculus, just because Envy's a beast. And in the 2 similarities of the original and Brotherhood is Mace Hughes is killed by Envy. I don't know about the original, but in Brotherhood, Envy started the Ishbal War. And also, the good thing about Brotherhood is it goes in more detail with the Ishbal War. But we've got to give the original for props here. The main villain of Brotherhood is Kafaba, and he just wants power to be powerful. And in the original, there's the main villain Dante, who literally wants power to live forever, basically. So in both series, the main villain is after one. Yes, the one. The main villain is after one thing, and that is and that is the Philosopher's Stone to accomplish something. Of something. Yeah, to accomplish something of something. So that's why the main villain wants that Philosopher's Stone. But in the original, Dante wants it to live forever, but in Brotherhood, Father just wants it for power for the sake of power, I guess. But anyway, let's talk about more homunculi. Let's talk about Envy a little bit more. So, Envy in the original was... Okay, so this is the difference about the homunculi and how they're created. In the original, homunculi are created by failed human transmutations. Yeah, that's pretty much it, failed human transmutations. Whereas in the new one, they are created by a homunculus who was created by Van Hohenheim years ago, and then they're created by the father. Father was created by Van Hohenheim years ago, and then that little homunculi called the dwarf in the flask tricked the emperor into making a giant transmutation circle to turn everyone in the country, including the emperor, into a philosopher's stone to make Hohenheim and father live forever. So yeah, that's quite a better story than Dante, who Dante was a lover of Van Hohenheim. And then, yeah. Yeah. So the homunculi, let's compare some homunculi, shall we? Lust in the original series, with the probably most popular homunculus. Lust in the original series had some redeeming qualities and actually helped the Elric brothers a bit. So yeah, Lust was made from in the original. Lust was made from Scar's brother's girlfriend, and in the new one, Lust was made from father's lustful desires to go out and trick people to make sacrifices for father. Yeah. So yeah, Lust in the original has redeeming qualities, while in the new one, Brotherhood, it's Envy who has the redeeming qualities, and that's only when you see Envy killing himself because he realizes that humans are more superior than him and doesn't want to hurt them anymore. So yeah, now we're going to move on to Gluttony. So Gluttony in the original, Gluttony is probably one of the most similar characters. Gluttony in the original, well, he ate things and he doesn't really have any development. And in the original, Gluttony ends up eating Dante and becoming this beast in the movie. However, yeah, Gluttony eats Dante because Dante took away all of his humanity, so he would eat Alphonse, but then Alphonse forever. And then now in the new one, Gluttony's just he's there to be there. Yeah, Gluttony in the new one is there to be there, and he can turn himself. He was a defective portal of the truth. Wow. Now next is Greed. Greed is probably one of the most similar characters as well, except for another thing we'll go on later. So yeah, in the original, Greed was one of Dante's other lovers, and then was human transmutated into, the Greed. And then the Greed in the original is killed by Edward Elric. Later on in the series, I must say. He was killed by Edward, and because Greed wanted Ed to learn about how to kill the other homunculi. And in the new one, Greed parted ways from father and started his own legion, freeing all these chimera. And then he was killed by Wrath, but then brought back again later on in the earlier. Oh, he was killed earlier, but then brought back later on in the series as Greed Ling, who's pretty much a mixture of Greed and Ling, who can spit bodies and stuff. Next is probably one of the most different homunculi called Sloth. In the original, Sloth is transmutated dead body of Ed and Al's mother, but in the new one, Sloth is the fastest and the strong, most heavy-hitting homunculus. Yeah, fastest, most heavy-hitting, has less character development than Gluttony, which is pretty, wow. Yeah, he has less character development than Gluttony. But in the original, Sloth is a woman that has water powers, but in the new one, Sloth is a guy, if you can even give homunculi gender, that is big and buff. Wow. And now we're moving on to another different homunculi. In the original, Pride is the Fior Bradley. You know, that guy, the Fior. Yeah, he's the Fior Bradley in the original. But in this one, it is the Fior Bradley's son. And in the original, it was the Pride was the Fior Bradley, and the Fior Bradley. Yeah, so Pride was the Fior Bradley, and he had the ultimate eye where he could see anything. Yes, and in the new one, Pride is the strongest homunculi, also known as. Wait, let's see how long this has been on for. 10 minutes. Okay, we gotta wrap it up then. In the new one, Pride is the strongest homunculus, and he has that powers that can shoot out darkness and stuff. Yay! And next on is Raph, another different homunculus. In the original, Raph is the transmutated son of what was the name? Mrs. Umi, teacher, and yeah. And he is a kid who was fed those little stone thingies that turned you into a proper evil homunculus by envy. And then he can turn his hands and stuff into stuff to attack people. But in the new one, he is Pride from the original. He is the Fior Bradley. Raph is the Fior Bradley. He still has the ultimate eye and pretty much the same. But yeah, he's pretty much the same as in the original, and he kills Greed. Well, nearly kills Greed. Father kills Greed. But anyway, yeah, it's a more homunculus. That's pretty much it. So my favourite series is Brotherhood. The original is still an amazing anime, but now we're just going to talk about endings a bit. Endings. So yeah, it's the end of the video. Endings. So the ending of the original is a bit confusing. So what happens is Ed is killed by envy, but then Al brings Ed back to life and kills himself to sacrifice for Ed, but Ed then sacrifices himself for Al, but instead of dying, he goes to London with Van Hohenheim in World War II, and realises the people who die there are fuel for the alchemy shuttle car for in this world. And in Brotherhood, the ending is father is defeated out of his case, and turns out he's a goop, and then he attacks the Van Hohenheim, sucks him into his goop, and then he brings down God, turns into God, and then can make sons and then out of his hands, and then and then he loses his power because of all the people he absorbs, and then he pretty much loses power, and then he gets fought by Ed, and Ed kills him, but then he absorbs Greedling's power and his Philosopher's Stone, but then Greedling turns his armour into weaker armour, because that's what Greed does, he makes stronger armour, and then so he rips Greed out, Greed's dead, Greedling's still alive, but then father dies. Yeah, you have to watch the ending to get it. But I'm really bad at thinking. But then Al sacrifices himself to give Ed his. I'm explaining it wrong. You need to watch the series if you haven't seen it already. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to end this episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Please do like, subscribe, comment if you want to, and check out my other videos. Bye.